Africa is a multicultural society. In 1994, Mandela made us believe that we were also a rainbow nation, united in our diversity. But today, our politics, our life experiences, even our social circles seem once more to be defined by race. It seems like the Rainbow Nation project has failed. Why?
20 years on, South Africa is a middle-income country, but inequality between races is growing. Black people are 5 times more likely to be unemployed than whites. Racism is not only experienced in the form of poverty and unemployment, it also persists in the social divisions and in people's attitudes. Gloria Kente has been a domestic worker and a nanny for most of her working life, a job that takes her away from her family 6 days a week. In 2006, her employer's partner started abusing her verbally.
He called me kafir, pathetic kafir, and then he just grabbed me the other day with my pajamas and he spit on my face. And he kept calling me kafir, I'm a pathetic kafir, I'm a thief, I'm stealing their land.
In 2008, Gloria laid a charge, but her abuser merely paid a fine and continued to taunt her.
And then he always said to me, I'm acting like a white woman, I forgot that I'm a black.
With help from the South African Domestic Workers Union, Gloria is taking her case to the Equality Court.
I'm happy to do this because I know there is a lot of people that are living in this thing, but they don't want to come out because we don't want to lose our jobs.
Racism is not limited to the poorest South Africans.
Yes, I'm calling about the property that you advertised on...
Sipho Masonda is a university graduate. When he tried to rent a flat, he was shocked by the response.
But I called this guy who was so bold, he just decided to tell him that, look, the flat is not available to non-whites, quoting him verbatim.
Masonda is a journalist at City Press. He and his colleagues decided to conduct a survey to test if there was racial discrimination by rental agents and landlords.
I think I found about 7. Out of the 7, the 5 were fine with it. But out of the 7, there were 2 which were Afrikaans adverts, rather. So I phoned the Afrikaans adverts. I was bluntly told that the places had been taken. Like 5 minutes later, Yvonne phoned. She spoke Afrikaans and asked for the places. One of them told her the place is still available. She can come in at 4 and view the place. The other one said, no, the place is still available. She can just come in and get the place if she wanted it.
Black South Africans are not the only ones who feel they are targets of discrimination. Following the killings of white farmers, Steve Hofmeyer and other prominent Afrikaners established a protest movement called Red October.
They made a really big hoo-ha about the fact that if white people get together, it's racist, and if white people get together, they're far right-wing, and you are wrong.
Red October is an international march from 7 or 8 countries, about 58 marches. Lots of them, I suppose, from expats that used to live here, that moved for various reasons, to let the world know that our state gives us a deaf ear when we tell them that there is a minority of us still here who refuse to acclimatize to the substandard of life expectancy.
Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu believes that white people need a different kind of leadership.
It is a shame that the white community has not been able to produce a leader who would say to white people, you don't know just how lucky you are. You don't know just how lucky you are that people can still tolerate living in shacks and go and work for white people in beautiful homes and not kill those white people.
But one thing you cannot legislate love. Malcolm made pilgrimage to Mecca in 1964. And someone asked him, what about this pilgrimage that impressed you the most? You know what he said? Brotherhood. He said brotherhood. He talked about the color blindness of the Muslim world's religious society and the color blindness of the Muslims world human society. On page 338 in autobiography of Malcolm X, Malcolm said, to me, the earth's most explosive and pernicious evil is racism, the inability of God's creatures to live as one, especially in the Western world. The key to brotherhood in this country is God. Is God, and I'll show you why. In the Quran, Allah tells us, Ya ayyuhan nas, إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. O mankind, we, God, created you from a male and female and made you into nations and tribes that you may know one another. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of God are those who fear God the most. You know something about human beings? Everybody want to be the best. So it's the competition, the Olympics. Every nation trying to outdo the nation, try to run faster. Because so we can brag about we the best, we the strongest, we the fastest. Everybody want to be the best. It seems to be in the human nature. So someone asked the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, men akramun nas, O Prophet, who's the most honorable people? He says, those who fear God the most. Laysa an dhalika, laysa an hadha nas'aluka. We're not talking about this. They want to know something more. So the Prophet said, Yusuf, he's the most honorable of mankind. Yusuf, the son of a prophet, and the grandson of a prophet, and the great-grandson of the friend of God, Abraham. We're not talking about that. They want to talk about the superiority of some people. So the Prophet taught us in one of his last speeches, there is no superiority of a black man over a white man, or a white man over a black man. There's no superiority of an Arab over a non-Arab, and there's no superiority of a non-Arab over an Arab. The only superiority is taqwa, it's righteousness, it's the fear of God. You want to do something, you want to outdo somebody, outdo someone in the worship of God, in the belief of God, in the righteousness of God. This is what he was teaching us. And then the Prophet said, Ayyuhan nas, an-nas kulluhum banu Adam, wa Adam min turab. Mankind, all of them, all of us are the children of Adam. And Adam was created of mud. We're mud people. You're mud people, man. Serious. You dust. Yeah. I mean, really think about what we are. What are we? What are we? You think about it. You know, think about how intelligent we are, and we got computers, and we do all these things, and we got missiles, and we got all of these things, but all of us are the creatures of God. And really, all we are is what God created us to be. What are you? You a mud, man. And he said, kun fayakun, being it is. And then you became a living soul. You ain't no big thing.